Hello, my artist friends. Welcome to Imagination Draw Along. I'm your host, Aunt Dewey. Thank you for drawing with me today. Today, I want to draw a sandcastle. Let's visualize your paper. We'll draw a sandcastle and we'll pretend we're using tools that we brought to the beach or found at the beach. So we'll add cool details like shells and a moat, and we'll even add some seaweed. As you're drawing along, remember, there is no wrong way to do art. And if you don't have the colors that you think you need, don't worry. Your imagination will fill it all in for you. On my paper, I want my sandcastle to take up lots of space, nice and big. I'm starting with the main part of my sandcastle, which I'm pretending that I built with a bucket that I took to the beach. That part of my castle will be shaped like an upside-down bucket. That means the top of my castle is a little bit more narrow than the bottom, because when I tipped my bucket upside down, the wide part of the bucket was at the bottom. And we'll add cool details to this part in just a moment. First, I want to add 2 smaller side castles. They might be similar in shape, but maybe a little bit different in size. Sometimes when I build sandcastles, I build them out of things that I've found. So I'm going to pretend that this part of my castle is built from an upside-down, takeaway iced coffee cup. If you ever go to the beach with me, I'll have an iced coffee cup you can use. So once again, I am drawing the top of this part of my castle, right next to the big part, to be wider at the bottom than it is on the top, and I'm drawing it kind of tall but a little thin. If yours is a different shape than mine, that's very cool. I wonder what else we can use to make a castle shape. What if I was at the beach with no tools at all? I could still try making a castle shape. So my next section, I want to draw to look like I built it with just my hands, no tools. So I'm going to draw this part of my sandcastle to look a little bit like a mountain, except I'll make the top kind of flat. So I'm drawing a triangle with a little bit of a flat top. Kind of like how there is no wrong way to do art, there's no wrong way to build a sandcastle. You just use whatever you've got. Next, I want to decorate the castle and give it some cool details. First, I'll make sure my castle is protected by a moat. A moat around regular castles is a circle of water, like a stream that protects the castle. I'm drawing some lines around the front of my castle to represent the water. Now, if a wave from the ocean comes up to my castle, the water will go into the moat instead of knocking the castle down. Sometimes sandcastles fall down or get knocked down, and that feels really disappointing. But when that happens, you can build another one, maybe bigger or better or stranger. I drew my moat, but now I need to make a bridge so that the king and the queen can come back to their castle after they take a fishing trip or a boat trip in the ocean. I'm imagining things that I can find at the beach to use for my castle. So I'm going to draw a few sticks that can act like a bridge over the moat. I can usually find sticks at the beach, so I'm just drawing those lines over the moat, and who knows, maybe your imagination found a wobbly stick or a curved one. I want to add more details to the castle using more things that I might have found at the beach. I know the castle needs a giant front door, and one thing I always bring to the beach is my own hands. So when I'm at the beach, I usually use my fingers to gently trace a door into the castle. So I'm drawing a door to the main part of the castle. And you can decorate this door as crazy as you like. When I do this at the beach with my real sandcastles, I have to be gentle so that I don't break it. But I know I can rebuild. Now I want to make the tops of my castles beautiful and decorated. If I were at the beach, I would look around and collect some shells or cool rocks, and I would add them to the top of my castle. I'm going to draw a few types of shells on the tops of my castle. First, I'm drawing a big clam shell. Clam shells are great alternatives if you don't have a shovel at the beach, because they're shaped almost like a shovel with no handle. If you can picture it, follow what you see in your imagination. At the tallest part of my castle, I'm drawing my clamshell with a flat little tiny bottom, and then I'm drawing my outer lines going wider and wider as I get away from the bottom, kind of like a spotlight or a balloon shape. In the very top of my clamshell, I'm drawing a bumpy little line to connect my edges. And my clamshell certainly doesn't look perfect, which means it must be reflecting nature very well. There's no wrong way to do art, and there's no wrong way to be a shell. Next, I want to add two of my favorite types of shells, which are the spiral kind that snails live in. I tried to look up what these are called, and I think they have lots of different names depending on their exact shape and size. So I'll just stick with calling them snail shells, the shells that snails live in. They look like cinnamon buns. I'm picking a place on the top of my castle, and I'm adding a swirling shell. I'm drawing that shell by placing my pencil down and drawing a little dot, and then without lifting my pencil, I'm circling the dot around and around, getting wider until I feel my snail shell is the size that I want it to be. And then I want to draw this shell again because I love the snail shell look. So once again, I'm finding a little place to put a dot, and then without lifting my pencil, I'm drawing a circle that starts small and close to the dot, and then I'm going further out and further out, so it looks kind of swirly. Once when I was swimming at the beach, I felt some seaweed on my foot. It felt kind of gross, but also kind of cool. So I want to add some seaweed around the base of my castle and pretend it's the castle's garden. If your moat is taking up a lot of room, you can put your seaweed garden outside your moat or on top of one of your side castles. I'm drawing some green lines standing straight up on top of my castle. Earlier, I said I was using an empty cup to imagine building my castle. So now I'm going to add the straw from that imagined cup as a flag to put on my castle. So I'm drawing a line going straight up and down, and then that line bends to represent my straw, which is my flag on top of my castle. If I was on the beach for real, I would make sure to take this straw with me at the end of the day. In my imagination, it's a flag, but to turtles and other critters, it's litter. And as an artist, we always pick up our trash, even if at one point we were pretending it was something else. Artists, what else does your imagination see in your sandcastle? Maybe you can add some ocean waves in the background, or some sunshine in the sky. As you add your last details, I want to say thank you so much for drawing with me today. And any adults who push play on this show, thanks so much for trying it out. If your resident artist wants to show off their artwork, feel free to send it on over at imaginationdrawalong.com and we'll put it on the website. The website also has a moon sand recipe today, so if you want to make your own sand, check that out. Artists, when you're all done, make sure you write your name on your paper or any scribble that represents you or your best first initial. Your name shows that you are proud that you took the time to do art today. Until we draw together again next time, I have 3 ideas that your imagination can wonder about based on our drawing today. 1. When you are low on building supplies, what can you use instead? 2. Why do we have to pick up all of our trash from the beach every time? 3. What would it be like to live in a sandcastle? Thank you for drawing with me today. I hope we draw together again soon.